everyone, welcome to Melly's Kitchen, where we share amazing recipes and cake decorating tips. Today I have another juicy recipe and cake decorating method to share with you guys, and it's my hybrid ganache cake frosting recipe. So stay tuned so you get all the juice and all the nitty-gritty. So with this recipe, I'll start with giving you guys the formula for my recipe. I don't know how or the easy way to explain it to you guys, but that's my formula right there on the screen. So let's go ahead and explain it in details. So let's say you're using 500 grams of chocolate. Just like in the case in this video, I'll be using 500 grams of chocolate, and 50% of 500 is 250. So my butter and my cream is supposed to comprise 250. Now I will do 60% of 250, and the remaining 40% is going to be for the cream. That will be 500 grams of chocolate, 100 grams of cream, and 150 grams of butter. Therefore, with this my formula, you just need to know the amount of chocolate you would like to use to cover or frost your cake. Then you calculate for the butter and the cream that you'll be needing. So I'll go ahead and measure out the chocolate I'll be using. Here I'll be using 100 grams of couverture compound chocolate and then 400 grams of compound chocolate. Sometimes I use 500 grams of compound chocolate straight and it still comes out fine, so it depends on you. So you can see I'm here calculating for the amount of butter and cream to use in this 500 grams of chocolate. So when I'm done calculating for the butter and cream, I will go ahead to microwave my chocolate at 30 minutes interval in my microwave until it's melted smooth. And if you don't have a microwave or you don't have light to ask or access to microwave, don't bother, just use a double boiler method. If you don't know what a double boiler method is, don't worry, I got you, sweetheart. Just simply get a pot and put water inside and put it over your stove top. Let it heat up a little bit, and then you put your bowl of chocolate over it. Make sure the bowl is not sinking and touching the water. Let it be sitting on top of the water or above the water, because if it's touching the water, there's tendency that your contents can easily get overheated or can get burnt. Okay, so that's double boiler method. So you melt your chocolate for a little bit, then you put the butter, and then you continue to melt in the microwave or on top of the stove top using the double boiler method. You can see me measuring out my butter here. You try and leave your butter in the room temperature so that it's not so hard or so difficult to melt in the microwave. Now I'll melt the butter and chocolate mixture until completely melted. I'll mix it until it's melted. Then I'll put my cream. Remember, we're using 100 grams of cream. Now pay attention. Sometimes you can add your cream to the mixture, and because of the temperature difference, the cream or your mixture can split apart. When this happens, do not get scared, do not get worried, because it's something that is normal. There are easy ways to fix it quickly. First, you can leave it a little bit on the countertop for both of them to come to a communal temperature, and then you whisk it together with your whisk or spatula and it will come together smoothly. Or you can use your hand mixer or any type of mixer that is available to you and whisk it hard. That is the easiest and quickest fix for me. You whisk them hard together and it will come together. Some people do advise you put a little bit of liquid in it as well to help it whisk and come together. So when this is done, your chocolate ganache is ready and ready to be used on your cake. So some people tell you to leave your ganache to set in room temperature For me, there is no need to leave your ganache. There is no need for that to leave your ganache to set. You can quickly use it on your cake, especially if your cake is frozen. And as you're using it on your cake, it will be setting up immediately and quickly. So you can see here how I gradually pour it on top of my cake. You have to trust the process, guys. It looks like liquid, it looks like water, but trust me, this is very smooth, this is very easy. As you're doing it, you just keep spinning like the way you frost your normal cake. You pour it, you gently, because it's very liquidy, it's very loose, you gently guide it around with your spatula while you frost around your cake. You will see how it's covering your cake super smoothly. So now this is like me crumb coating this cake. Now, just to let you in on a little bit secret, I don't use chocolate ganache to layer my cake. I use either whipped cream or buttercream to layer my cakes. I mean, in between the layers of this cake, there is whipped cream inside. And if you have not seen that video, do well to check it out. It's a very educating video about whipped cream. I think I should tag that video the part 1 and this should be the part 2, because it's the same cake which I layered in whipped cream, and now I'm covering it with chocolate ganache. Okay, so to me, I prefer to layer with whipped cream and then I'll cover with chocolate ganache. Why? Because of the temperature here is super hot and chocolate ganache is more stable. So I prefer to use hybrid ganache, and it's hybrid because it's a mixture of butter and whipped cream in the chocolates. So that's why we call it hybrid ganache. So I prefer to use it. I may explain in details someday the different types of ganache and the importance of the different types of ganache to me. Okay, so but today I'm showing you guys this hybrid ganache frosting. So you can see, you can even color the ganache frosting, because the base color of this cake is going to be blue, so we're using different shades of blue to achieve the exact blue color we want. Remember, for chocolate or anything chocolate related, you must use oil based coloring, not gel food coloring, guys, because gel is going to seize up your chocolates. You use gel coloring for buttercream and whipped cream, but once it's about chocolate, you're using oil based coloring. And chocolate ganache is very sensitive. You can see this blue color splitted on me. I tried to mix it together, but as I'm pouring it, it's still looking splitted. But because I'm smoothing it out super quick, it came together nicely and fine. So we continue to pour the liquid ganache gently on the cake like this. We trust the process. You pour and scrape, you pour and scrape, pour and smoothing until you get a full coverage on your cake. Just watch and see what I mean now. Just watch and see. Just trust the process, guys. So you can see we continue to pour and smoothing until we get more and better coverage. Now at this moment, I'm using the spatula to fill up the spaces that I feel that needs more covering, or there are holes or lumps or spaces. So I'm using the spatula to fill up the spaces, and after which I'm going to go in again with my metal scraper, and then I'll scrape it up smoothly. If you think you need it to be more smoother, you can run your spatula under your hot water sink or put it into hot water, or some make it hot, then you use it to smoothen out your chocolate ganache. Okay, use it to smoothen out the cake. So when I'm done, I'll wipe down my board and then put the cake in the freezer, and then put the cake in the fridge to stiffen up. When it stiffens up, I'll bring it out, and then I use a sharp knife. I can even make the knife hot or warm so that my cuts will be sharper. So I use the knife to cut out the edges. So this is me making sharp edges and corners on the cake now. So this is how we get sharp edges with our chocolate ganache frosting. Okay guys, hope you've learned one or two from watching this video today. Make sure you support this girl. Make sure you give us a like, subscribe if you have not subscribed. Please show me some love. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Tell me what else you would like me to talk about. Meanwhile, the next part of this video, I'll be dropping it soon, because this video is a themed, the next part of this cake, sorry, I'll be dropping it soon because it's a themed Roblox cake. So I'll be showing you guys how I completed this cake and how I did the designs. Okay, thank you guys for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.